Real Estate Easy. Please like, share, subscribe with your friends. Today we are going down the Cape. So we're taking a look at some of the properties that are currently online down in the Cape or along the coast. Um, and I'm going to show you a fun fact that I never learned until I was an adult. And so many people do not know that I lived in Plymouth, Massachusetts for a good portion of my youth and absolutely loved it. And grew up on a farm in Duxbury. So we are today. I went and took a drive to Duxbury, had an amazing time, and think you all would appreciate that too. So just want to share this amazing. I want a window. Hold on. I am not. I feel like an old lady because I haven't gotten it down yet. This technology stuff. Here we go. Let's go. So this is currently MLS. As you know, I go ahead and zoom in so you guys don't miss much. Let's go ahead and search, right? And let's look for a single family. Let's look for 750,000. A minimum of 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Let's do 2.5. Well, it's the Cape, so we might just do 1.5. The reason why I say that is because a lot of the homes in the Cape kind of need a little bit of updating and some love. Not all of them, but once upon a time, the houses on the Cape were very much like the Florida vibe. It's like where elders go to relax. And let's take a look at something that's above 1,700 square feet. When you're looking around the water, typically the houses are very small. They're very much summer homes. And so it's not a space that's often lived in, but something that's visited. If it's more than 1,700 square feet, around 750,000, it's more living space, and that's what we're looking for. I have a client that was like, Tayla, I want you to use me. Like, I'm looking for a house in the Cape. This is my budget. And so this is what I wanted to show you. It's so cool, but weird and exciting at the same time. So the Cape is technically an island, right? Island is surrounded. It's like a little peninsula. It's not even Massachusetts. If they wanted to, they could annex because so this is our hook, right? But if it wasn't for the bridges, there's no connection at all. And it wasn't until I was traveling down to the Cape and I was trying to figure out where I was. So I opened up the map and kind of like zoomed in and zoomed out and you can literally it's just detached. And so this is where the bridge is, the Bourne Bridge, the Sagamore Bridge, um Carver. This is where Plymouth, this is where I lived once upon a time. And so let's just take a look here. Let's do a little bubble. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to draw. So let's draw a little bubble. Actually, let's cancel this, come out a little bit. 6, 5. Summer homes aren't necessarily always on the water. How many came up? 27. Let's just see what we're working with. A lot of them are capes. This is like a cape style here. This is cute in Wareham. So the cheapest one is at $889,000, 1,700 square feet, 7 rooms, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, built in the 1700s, 1780 to be exact. A lot of land, a lot of space. Typically, whenever I'm looking through listings, This is literally how I look through them when it comes to knowing what my client wants, knowing, the space of the rooms that they're looking for. What type of kitchen are they interested in? Does it have a basement? Depending on, like, is there parking? Does it have a fireplace? Just really looking at the layout and seeing if it's feasible for what the family is looking for, if the area is, and by area, for example, you're taking a look at the woods that's around the house. So all of the trees, just being mindful of, what people are looking for and what's on the market. This is more of an up and down feel. This looks like it's more open, airy. It's not a cape where it's just one level. Possible basement. It looks like there is a basement. Mm-hmm. Just checking to see if there's any type of disclosures. A bonus room. That's what I was looking for. Bonus room is in the basement. Just looking for the kitchen's what she's looking for. This open space. This wall can always be taken down. And, that's a simple fix to the fact that it's not like a complete open space, still within the price range. I'll call you back. If I didn't answer it, if anybody has a sibling, she was going to call back to back. I think this is, I like it. I like it. This is one of the ones that we'll send over. Go ahead and copy that. I'm going to put that somewhere safe so we can send that over. Personally, I like to see, like, who is the agent? Is it somebody that I worked with before? Is it someone that I have a relationship with? Is it someone that I can call and say, hey, I have a client that's really interested in this. Can we get in there quickly? Just relationships are really, really important when it comes to real estate. They're not opposed to a ranch, but it's not their preference. This does have a basement, though. That's going to be a turnoff. Just like in the middle of the room. One of the things, if you didn't know, their Mass Saves has all the different types of programming depending on what your bracket is for your income. Something like this you could possibly get for free if West Plymouth does have access to gas, to be able to switch it to gas, possibly propane. If oil isn't your thing, there are programs out there that will allow you to switch out and to change the heating system. And so that's something to always consider as well. But just knowing who my client is, I think Middleborough may have taken us a little bit too far to the left, but we can definitely take a look. That drop ceiling is not going to be it. Bourne, closer to the bridge. Typical colonial home, needs a little work. It was previously priced. It's been on the market for 31 days at $565. What was it prior? $625, $595, $565. This was all within a month span. They're trying to get rid of it for whatever reason. They're looking to sell and offload it quickly. What's interesting is I kind of want to take a look at um, this is what I think. I think that, you know, sometimes as sellers, we take a look at our home and we see the memories, we see the family, we see the gatherings, we see the value because we've created value during this time that we've had this home. And we kind of forget what is normal or what is comfortable to us may not be comfortable to others, especially when so many people are currently renovating homes and uh, if you typically see something that is, you know, priced at a fair amount, it most likely is bringing additional value. So there, you're not spending your own money or coming out of pocket or having to pay additionally to invest into the home to bring it up to uh, a more modern standard. And so I say that for all sellers, for all homeowners that currently have a home that have been thinking about selling, it's important to understand what's in the market and what is the market doing. Are you going to put your home on the market knowing that, you know, the carpet has been peed on by the dog 50, 11 times versus pulling up the carpet, and which also like your house smells. You may not smell it because you lived there for so long, but somebody who's coming in is just like, you know, it's not strong, but I can smell it somewhere. When you, especially if you don't have any pets, you definitely is like it's there's something in here. And rather than spending the couple $1,000s to go ahead and renovate it and bring the floors up to like a better standard, getting rid of the carpet, having or changing out the carpet. Carpet for 3 years, depending if you bought a cheap carpet or even like what was like typical at one time and you have been working on it for 5 years, it's done. Like carpet is not this ain't your grandma's carpet, okay? That's why you can see carpet from like the 40s and the 50s and it's still alive. It's ugly as hell, but it's still alive. It doesn't have bald patches in it. It doesn't look like it's about to, you know, it's unattractive, but it stood the test of time. And some of these homes that have been built in the last 30 years, you know, that carpet needs to go. And it's sometimes it's not just the carpet, sometimes it's the sinks, the 1980s sinks with we all know the 1980s sinks, the pink bathrooms, the blue bathrooms, the colored tiles, but they stand the test of time and it's going to take a whole lot of work to beat those tiles out when you are ready to renovate. And so it just is something to think about while we're looking at houses. For example, look at this. Didn't even see it. The carpet. You can literally see the stain in the carpet from here, from the photo, and we're not even zoomed in. And so stuff like this matters. Had they went ahead and fixed the carpet, they probably could have gotten the price that they were actually looking for. But as buyers, a lot of people are taking a look at the property and saying, you know what, it's going to cost me this amount to switch that out. It's going to cost me this amount. Now, when it comes to paint, people do make a fuss over it, but I'm like, that's over time. That's not something that needs to be done now. Whereas someone may not want to walk over the same carpet that a family just walked over for the last 10 years. Just something to think about, something to consider. This is going to be a pass because it's going to need more work. If, for example, let's say, for instance, a client was interested in that home and I think it really would be a conversation as to like, let's go there, let's see what needs to be done, let's bring a contractor or let's bring your handyman or somebody who knows what they're doing, not your cousin who just is like, oh yeah, I can help. No, someone you know knows what they're doing, most likely, if you can, someone who is licensed, and say, hey, what is it going to cost to bring this to the condition of like this home over here or this home over here, or maybe you want to do a little knick-knack paddywhack, whatever that is, figure out that number and then possibly work it into the price. Like, hey, I would like to offer $20,000 less. And with that $20,000, even like a seller's credit, I want to be able to change out the carpet. I want to be able to like hide the oil tank that's just in the basement. Whatever it is, it's just, it's always a negotiation. Like you want something and the seller wants something too. And so what is it going to take for us to both feel like we did well in the deal? You never want to feel like taken advantage of. You never want to feel like you're a bully. Personally, I don't. Like, what can we agree to? Because that's somebody who's selling their memories, and I want you to feel good when you walk away. I don't want you to have a bad taste in your mouth. That process isn't supposed to be a sour one. It's supposed to be a bittersweet. Like, it's bitter, but it was nice, right? And so we're coming up. Oh, this is different. We can definitely share this one. And then if you, Hanson. You know what? Perfecto. 640. Perfecto. Yes. I think we got it. There's an open house most likely this weekend. Motivated seller. Commuter parking. No bridge traffic. Okay, I see you. It does have an HOA of $200 per year. I wonder what that HOA covers. Is that in disclosures? It doesn't see like there's any disclosures. What does the HOA cover? Let's see if there's a document attached. As built association document. Here we go. Might be some nonsense. Okay, voting rights, maintenance assessments. This matters. And so it's like a little subdivision. Let's take a look at where this one is on the map, because it's most likely a little subdivision. Let's go back to the results. This one is 7187. Here it goes right here. I will bet you wondering where I've been. Okay, little subdivision. I see you. How far is it from? Okay. Let's go back. Let's go see the most expensive. Let's go a little lower down the list. I think that one's it. I think if we can get in good. Oh, but Pembroke's a little higher up though. Mm-mm. Completely renovated. No, I think we found what we was looking for. Hmm. Okay, possible. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Hmm. Yeah, maybe not. Let's see you. Where are we on our list? This is the last one. This one's nice. Okay. Been on the market 27 days. Price recently changed. Changed by 50,000. That's a motivated seller right there. HOA is $50, so it's like probably less. Pool, an in-ground heated pool. Okay, I see you. Oh, and yay. Okay, and these look like they're virtually staged. Maybe not. It definitely doesn't present like home. You want to know what's crazy? Let me tell you a hack real quick. So, like, sometimes these are air mattresses. sometimes on like a platform. It's hilarious. Like, don't sit on the bed. Yeah, this one's nice. Okay. Okay. I forgot I could have came down here. It's right over the bridge. That bridge traffic. If you down for it, if you with it, I'm with it. Okay, so we looked through a couple of things. Any questions, concerns? Did you like what you see? Did you enjoy what you see? Did you learn anything about what we saw? Um, what would you like to see? And so I'm excited for a client that's looking a little further down in the Cape, looking for something to call home in the summer. And we saw a few properties that are on the market. I think out of out of what we've seen, two of them will is what I would send. There's a few others that I was already going to send, but this was like a wider search outside of like the tight. Sometimes we're like, I need to stay in like this range, but you can sometimes have your mind changed by the perfect home. And so I don't like to like I like to definitely think outside the box and work a little bit outside the box and see if we can find you what you're looking for, regardless of um, the constraints that you've put on yourself. And so it's one thing if you, let's say, for instance, for people who have to stay in a certain city in order to work there or a certain town in order to work there, is completely different than like, I don't want to have to drive more than 10 miles to a grocery store. Like completely understand, but I can't tell you how many clients are like, I'm in love with this house and it didn't fall within, and it's sort of like relationships though, right? Because you think you're going to fall for a certain person and then you date somebody that's not even in your criteria and you're like, how did that happen? And so hopefully I was able to share with you something that you did not know previously, And if you have anything else to share, I'm always open to learn. And so I am Tayla Andre, TaylaAndre.com. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. If you know anybody who could enjoy this content, please like, share, subscribe, and come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I might call this damn show before bed because it'd be like the last minute searches that I do, which is typical. It is something that I do nightly, just a quick search. Did somebody put something on in the middle of the night that will hit everybody's inbox in the morning, being the first one to nab it? Just taking a look at maybe something that I missed throughout the day. I enjoy it. And so if it's not for a client, then it's definitely for myself just to get a better understanding of um, like what's going on. What does the market look like? How are we doing? What are the numbers doing? How are people interacting? And so far, so good. So far, so good. These prices are massively increasing. And I'm like, this in these days and age, you have to have a two-parent household, sometimes four. So please do not be afraid to work with your friend, work with your sibling, work with a cousin, and put your funds together and find something that is suitable for your highest and best. I hope you guys have an amazing night.